It's finished 3-2 to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Again, we walk away from a game with nothing to show for our performance, but at least the performance table is a bit better than it has been in previous weeks, at least against the likes of Leipzig and likes of Chelsea. We just didn't had anything going for us going forward. We're absolutely blunt in the attack, but the same frustrations at the back, the same sloppy defendings and sloppy goals being conceding means that we leave this game with no points. But what do you make of it?
For one, I don't think you can blame Jose today, because I think Jose set up the team in the way we were all calling for him to set up the team, get the ball on the deck, pass it around, get some attacking football in there, and that's what we did today. We looked dangerous on the attack, just toothless in defence. I don't think that's a Jose problem. I think that's a personnel problem, to be honest.
Well, you say that. I think, yeah, personnel might need to be upgraded. But isn't Jose supposed to be a manager who improves defences? And I know you can only work with what you got, but you're supposed to make a team better than the sum of its parts. And Pochettino was able to do that when maybe he didn't have the best players, but he used to put them in a system where they could understand it and they could perform better than they are. So isn't Jose supposed to be able to do that with the defenders that he has? And especially the defenders we aren't terrible. I know Dyer, he had a decent game today, but you got Sanchez, Tanganga, who by all accounts everyone's a fan of at the moment. So shouldn't we be doing better at the back?
Look, we should be doing better at the back, but like I said, I don't think it's a Jose problem. I think it's a personnel problem. I think Jose has improved the defence since he's come into Tottenham, but he's not a miracle worker. He's not going to make off-form players on form overnight. You know what I mean? I genuinely just think it's a personnel problem.
Yeah, but what do we change at the back at the moment?
We need a big guy to come in centre back. We need a Koulibaly, someone of that stature that we can spend 60, 70 million on. We need someone like that at centre back. You look at Liverpool, for God's sake. They were leaking goals at the back. They signed Van Dijk for 75 million, and now he's the best defender in the world. That's what we need.
So, all right. So then, if Vertonghen leaves at the end of the season, which looks likely, then you got Tanganga, you got Sanchez, you got Alderweireld, and so you need one more there.
Alderweireld is drifting a bit. He's at the end of his career. Let's be honest now.
He just signed a new contract.
I know he just signed a new contract, but I think Sanchez has been our best defender in the last month or so. I think that we need someone to partner Sanchez at the back. I'm not saying Toby is not going to play, but I think if we were to get someone of a Koulibaly or someone of that stature, then it will be him and Sanchez at the back. I don't think it'll be him and Toby.
Yeah, I'm questioning whether the Spurs board will splash out an extra big money on a centre back.
They're going to have to if they want to target the things that they're targeting, the Premier League, the Champions League, FA Cups. We're going to need to spend that money. Otherwise, you're never going to get there.
Yeah, but then we also have to spend big money on fullbacks. We have to spend big money on defensive midfielder. We have to spend big money on a striker. We're not going to do that.
We don't need to spend big money on a striker. We got Kane coming back. We just need a backup.
Also, big money for big one on the striker all the time.
Yeah, because this January we didn't have Kane, we didn't have Son because of the injuries. We were calling for a big striker in to fill the void for the rest of the season. But moving forward, if Troy Parrott can evolve into the player that we think he is, I don't think we need a striker. We need a striker, but I don't think we need a big money striker. I would spend that money on the defence. I wouldn't even spend it on the striker.
So, do you think today, though, Dele Alli played him up front? Yeah. Apart from, we changed up playing Lucas before and Bergwijn before. Do you think it worked better today? I think, he got heavily involved in both the goals we scored. Nearly scored a third as well in the second half. It wasn't perfect, but do you think it's the best solution we got for the time being?
I think attacking-wise, that was probably our best performance in the last month, let's say. I think that Dele Alli, he played well up front today. I thought he had a good game. Defensive-wise, I thought Dyer was good, but it was just so leaky, the defence, just so leaky. I think Winks and Lo Celso played well today as well, but all in all, I think, to be honest, I thought we deserved the win today. I really did.
You think we deserved the win?
Yeah, I think we did. I think Wolves had 3 shots on goal and 3 goals. And that's it.
Yeah, do you think we're just a bit today more than a case of, in recent weeks, it was more a case of luck than in case of the team performance not being up to scratch?
I think so. Our City have just scored. Yeah, I think so, but still not. It's the defence that's the issue. I'm going to keep repeating it. It's the defence that's the issue. If we would have had a defence like we had a couple of years ago, with the best defence in the Premier League, we would have won that game easy today.
Do you think a back five is the way to be persisting for the time being, or would you like to see a three midfield? And we haven't tried it yet. A three of like Winks and Ndombele. I know against Chelsea they started, but it wasn't a three in midfield. We kind of put Lo Celso out wide, and we had Lucas up front and Dele in behind. We've yet to try Dele false nine, a midfield three of Ndombele, Winks, Lo Celso, and a back four. I'd like to see us give that one a go. But do you think, I think Dyer, as you said, put in a decent performance today. But so do you think, while Kane and Son are out, a back five is the way forward for the time being, or would you like us to go for a back four, maybe a 4-3-3 with Dele as a false nine?
I just want to put my trust in Jose, to be honest. I'm not sure if 4 or 5 is the way to go, but I think the defence needs to be really shored up with a good CDM, and we don't have that at the moment. We don't have that. Dyer's not good enough to play that role. I think that role that Dyer played today is his role.
I think I've always said it. You can look back in videos. Dyer's best position is in a back three. Yeah. He doesn't work in a 2. He doesn't work in midfield. But his best position is one of a back 3, and that's where he has the least defence responsibility. Doesn't get hounded too much on the ball, and he has time as well to pick passes out, and he has other people covering around him. So I always believe that.
And he had 2 pacey defenders backing him up today as well.
Exactly, and I think it worked well for him today, ish. But
there were a lot of lapses in there from Dyer. But I want to talk about Serge Aurier, because I thought that goal was an absolutely sensational finish with his left peg. But I thought in the first half he was very, very poor. I thought after that goal, his game completely transformed, and I thought he put in a good performance. But that first half, he was shocking, I thought.
Very sloppy, but again, that's Serge Aurier for you. Make a lot of mistakes. But I think to give credit where credit's due, he is contributing more in the final third than a lot of our other players.
Probably the most in the whole squad.
At the moment, yeah.
So there you go. He's got second most assists in the Premier League after Trent.
For a defender.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's always an option on that right hand side. He's always available. He's today as well. His crossing much improved. He was able to put very dangerous balls in the box. If we had a striker in them, maybe they would have been on the end of more than one of them. Yeah. So I think you've got to give credit in terms of attacking sense, but again, defensively, we always know here there's issues there with Serge Aurier.
Yeah, definitely. Serge Aurier I think he's a very good footballer. He's just not a very good defender. Yeah. He can get up. He can't get back down. And
he can get back down. It's just the fact that you don't want him there.
No, but sometimes he's just out of position. All the time he's out of position, defensive-wise. But I think that's mainly to do because of his surging, mind the pun, surging runs forward.
All right, in terms of the top 4 race, in terms of where our season's at the moment, 5 points behind Chelsea now. We're sitting 7th, I believe. Wolves have overtaken us. And United have gone another point clear of us. I know Chelsea have tough games to go. They've still got Liverpool and City. We don't have them to play for the rest of the season. Are you more positive in terms of the top 4 race going forward, given the fact we had an improved performance today, or do you think it's just slipping away from us?
It all depends on consistency. Consistency is the key. No one in this top 4 race is showing consistency at the moment. If we can just put a run together, get a few results going on a trot, then yeah, I think we can get it. But it all depends on that. I just can't see that happening, to be honest. But no other team around us is doing that either. Yeah. So look, I think there's a lot of twists and turns left to go. Am I confident for top 4? No, I'm not confident. But can we get it? Of course we can get it.
All right. Well, subscribe if you like the content. Let us know what you thought of the game. And as always, come on, you Spurs.